anything that you need to modify, or you've got any underlying injuries or anything, please do mention. If anything comes up throughout the session, let me know. Feel free to unmute yourself. I'm more likely to notice that than the chat. And let's start up on our feet. And let's just start with nice big circles forwards. Just breathing nice and deeply. All the way in through the nose. Core gently engaged, chest rising, and then out all the way down. Circle the arms backwards, all the way down deep into the abdomen with the breath. Picture it filling you up with energy, ready for the session. Over and under, across the chest. Keeping that breath going, filling the body with energy, ready to work nice and hard, but it'll be worth it when it's over. And up and down. It's always best when it's done. Although I like it, I look forward to it too. And then let's go into some star jumps. Steady pace. Keeping with that breathing if you can. Start to notice it's increasing slightly, the breathing rate, the heart rate. Just gently picking it up. And then into knees up, punching out in front. And heels up, kicking your bum. Moving my mat apart. And then let's do 10 squats. So nice and slow and steady in your own pace, making sure you breathe. Nice straight back, trying not to fold over, trying to use the legs, weight in the heels, and then squeeze your bum at the top. And breathe out as you come up. And then when you're done, in your stance, on your toes, nice and light, shoulders relaxed, making sure we're not carrying that tension around. You can let it all go now. Keep it with that breath, nice and deep. And then let's go into skis. So we're going to alternate arm and leg and switch. Get a bit of coordination going. If you end up doing same arm, same leg, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're moving your body. And then back to the middle, and then we're going to twist. So one way, the other way, and then speed it up if it's comfortable for you. And then we'll go down to the floor for 10 press-ups. So on your knees, or if you've got the strength, on your toes to do it straight. But if we're building the strength, on our knees to keep good form. And I'm not going to be silly. I'm going to rest my shoulder. I've been hypnotized for it. My subconscious mind knows better. My conscious mind tells me to do the press-ups, do the press-ups, do the press-ups. And then when you're done, back up on your toes till everybody's back up. And then we're going to do 10 seconds at a quicker pace to my count. So in star jumps, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And relax. Back on your toes, nice deep breath. Check in with those shoulders again. Relax through the body when we're in this position. And then we're going to go for 10 seconds, knees punching out quickly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in that stance, back to relaxing. Nice deep breath. Trying to actively recover. If you need to take a break and just a breath here. Then we're going to go into those skis. So alternate arm, alternate leg, quick as you can for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Into the final one, we're going to do twists. So nice deep breath, one more. All the way in, fully exhale, and let's go with the twists. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice deep breath, all the way in. Reach up, and breathe out, and fold. And just allow yourself to hang down. Hang your arms heavy, hang your head heavy, and just feel the weight of your body relaxing down as you breathe. And notice your breathing slowing slightly. Notice that feeling of relaxation all the way down through the backs of your legs. You may feel it slightly tight, but picture it disappearing with the breath. And then bend your knees slightly and come up. Roll those shoulders back. Roll those shoulders forwards. Widen your feet slightly. And we're just gonna reach over one way and the other. So pick a rhythm, not too fast. We're gonna do a couple of times each side. Trying to reach a little bit further with each movement. We start warming up through the back because we're going to be doing some head movement. So then this time we're going to reach over one way, like we're going to drive beach ball. Come to the front, come up the other way, over the top, reach up, over. We're going to go 3 times this way. So I'm on 2, keeping that back nice and straight, engaging those core muscles, across the front, and up, and reach up. Give everything a quick squeeze, over the other way, across the front, nice straight back, nice straight legs, and up, 1, and over. We're gonna go 3 times this way, and then I'll let you get a quick drink, and we'll get on with some boxing. And relax. Give it all a little shake, grab a quick drink, and we'll get going. Nice, good work, Marie and Nick. And Freddie. Freddie's disappeared. Has Freddie done a runner? He's done. I got more intense with the warm-up and Freddie's gone. We've still got Sarah and Amanda and Mum here. So, should we wait for Freddie? I saw his door move. There he is. Let's wait for Freddie. He's back. Right, so let's go. Again, as usual, I'm doing it in my orthodox stance. So I'm right-handed. So I want my powerful hand at the back. So I've got my left foot forward, my right leg behind. So feet slightly wider than hip width apart, taking that step forward. And then from here, I'm on the balls of my feet. When I'm not punching, my hands are clenched in a fist with the thumbs on the outside, up by my chin, sort of in line with my jaw. Don't want to be up too high. Shoulders relaxed. I have gloves on to protect a little bit more of my face. And we're going to start by setting it up with our jab cross. So from the sideways on, jab goes out nice and straight. Our lead arm, our left arm, if we're right-handed, we pull it back and then we twist through that foot, through that body, through that shoulder, down through the fist, striking with the top 2 knuckles, and relax. Jab, cross, making sure they come back in a straight line. So as I pull that jab back, the cross goes out and I pull it back in a straight line. They don't loop down, they don't come back to our waist. They come back to our chin and we relax in between. So we're not tense and moving. We're nice and light, nice and relaxed. And then explosive movement, relax again. Imagine that face in front of you. Breathing out on the punch. Take a breath in. Just quickly go into this movement, and then we're going to add on to it because you've all done it before now. So let's just do 3 more. 1 and 2 and 3. Right, so we're going to add on to this. We're setting it up with our jab cross. We've twisted up on that back foot. Then we're going to drop in our legs slightly, keeping our back nice and straight. As we pull that cross back, we're going to draw a U shape with our head, rolling under. So from the front ways on, jab, cross, we drop down, and then we're drawing a U shape with our head to roll under. As if someone's punching at our head, we're just going to go underneath that punch. We're not folding in half. We're not looking at the floor. We're looking at that opponent. It will be from their head to their belly button, chest area, and come up. So the work wants to be in the legs, not the back. It's an awkward movement to start off with, but do try and make sure that you're going down in the legs, drawing that U shape. So jab, cross, down in the legs, pull that back, U shape under, and then when you're back up, back on your toes. Let me see how everybody, if you're left-handed, it would be the other way. So jab, cross, you're still drawing that U shape, but you're going the other way. Don't try and go the same way that everybody else does. The punch will be coming in from the other direction. Jab, cross, roll. Nice. Nice, good work, Marie, that looks good. And Nick, I think you've all done this before. And Sarah. And it's nice to see you today, Amanda. It's looking good. Everybody's got it. Right, so let's add that final cross on then. Everybody's got the movement. So we're setting it up for that second cross, that powerful punch. We're setting it up with these. We're avoiding being hit. And then we're loaded from our legs all the way down here, straight back. We're going to come up, and then we're going to twist and drive in that final cross. That's the knockout punch. Jab, cross, roll, cross. So we're twisting up, driving through, generating power through our hip, through our core, through our shoulder, ending on those last 2 knuckles, those first 2 knuckles. Jab, cross, roll, cross. Making sure you twist to get that power, and making sure the hands come back to your chin. 1, 2, roll, 2. And relax in between. Give your brain a chance to start registering the body mechanics, getting it into the muscle memory. Better to do less repetitions, but well, than it is to rush it wrong. I think I just created that quote. I like it. How's everyone getting on with the last? Nice, looks good. Right, so let's do 3 more of those. So jab, cross, roll, cross, jab, cross, roll, cross. Relax in between, and again, making sure you're breathing, take a breath, and then breathe out. And then let's do 10 star jumps, 10 squats, and 10 sit-ups. So in your own time. Move my mat over. It's not wanting to stay in one place today, my mat. I'm going to get a non-jigsaw puzzle one. and then grab a super quick drink or a drink that takes as long as it takes you. When you're done, I didn't do my squats, did I? I'll do my squats quick. I like squats. And relax. Nice deep breaths. And we're going to add a kick on the end. So we're going to add that roundhouse on the end. So let's just practice it on its own. Start off with making sure we're twisting on that front foot. So from here, we will have thrown that across. And then as we pull it back, we twist on that front foot, point those toes to come round and then back behind. So from the front, making sure that front foot twists to open up those hips. Knee comes up, toes are pointed, out, back in, and we untwist back behind. Like so. Hands up by the chin. I don't know what mine were doing then. I was thinking about my leg. So we twist on that front foot. Doesn't matter how high it is. If you come round and it's down here, that's fine. Pick it up depending on your hips, your core, your balance. It's a little bit easier to go quicker because you've got the momentum. So do make sure you twist and then pull it back. If you land down in front, if you throw it and you end up here, just step back. It's not a problem. We want to end up with it back behind us because that sets us up for our punches again. Like so. Right, let's just do 3 more roundhouses. 1, relax in your stance. 2, and final 1, 3. And then we're going to put it all together. So we're going to go jab, cross, dropping those legs, nice straight back, drawing that U shape under, cross. We've already twisted on that back foot. As we pull that cross back, we're going to twist on that front foot. The knee's going to come up for the roundhouse kick, back behind. So all together it's jab, cross, roll, cross, roundhouse, back to your stance and relax. So if the punch didn't knock them out, you kick them and they run away and you won the exchange. You didn't even get hit because you rolled the punch. Jab, cross, roll, cross, kick. And relax. Always in between, make sure you're relaxing. It's a good habit to get into because you don't want to be too aggressive, especially if you're in a sparring situation or a fighting situation. You want to be relaxed, exploding into the movement, then reserving your energy. Like Freddie said, it's exhausting. And in my earlier fights, I had my shoulders by my ears and I was throwing 50,000 punches a minute and I lost. It's only when you've got that ability to go, technically, 1, 2, don't get hit, 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 and then remain confident in your ability and that you won. You did enough. So let's do 3 more. 1, jab, cross, roll, cross, roundhouse, relax in between. And 2, jab, cross, roll, cross, roundhouse. And the final 1, jab, cross, roll, cross, kick. And let's just do 5 squats, 5 press-ups, and 5 sit-ups. 5 squats, 5 press-ups, and 5 sit-ups. And then when we're ready, back up on our feet, a couple of nice deep breaths. What's the time? Have we got enough? Yeah. Right, quickly, we're going to roll the other way. So we're going to go with jab, cross, hook. So this time we've twisted on our front foot. Let's just do a couple of the combination on its own just to get used to those body mechanics. So 2 straight punches, we're still twisting on that cross, we're pulling it back. As we pull it back to our chin, we untwist that back foot, we twist that front foot to bring our hips round, lift our elbow, 90-degree angle, comes up, parallel to the floor, striking with the knuckles, either palm in or palm down. I prefer palm in. So jab, cross, hook, back to your chin. So like the squish in a bog. 1, 2, 3, and back. Making sure the hands come back to the chin. Go sideways on. 1, 2, 3. Not a big looping hook. It's quite a small movement. You've already twisted that shoulder forwards. So as you're pulling it back, you're lifting that elbow. And it only comes a little bit away from the face to come up and then relax. So everybody's got that, and we're going to add a roll on. This time we're going to roll the other way. So drawing a U shape. If you're left-handed, we're going to the left this time. So jab, cross, hook, dropping in the legs still, hand comes back to the chin, and we're drawing that U shape the other way, coming up, relaxing in between. So jab, cross, hook, roll, relax. I think everybody I've ever spoken to has a way that they prefer rolling. Some people prefer rolling that way, some people prefer rolling that way. I prefer rolling this way, off of the hook. I prefer this one, but I know lots of people that prefer that one. So, how's everybody looking with the jab, cross, roll, hook? Jab, cross, hook, roll, hook. There we go. I do know what I'm doing. Nice. Nice, Amanda and Sarah. Everybody's looking good. Right, let's do 3 more. Nearly there, Nick. Jab, cross, hook, roll, hook. Making sure those hands are coming back to that chin, back to your chin, in between. Jab, cross. And then, did I just say it with the hook? We're adding the hook on, but oh, my brain's gone. Right, jab, cross, hook. We're rolling under, and then like with the cross, our legs are loaded. As we come up, we're then going to twist with a final hook. There we go, the final part of the combination. Jab, cross, hook, roll under, hook. The final part of the punch combination. And then we've got 1 more kick to add on. And then we're done, I promise. So we are nearly there. Jab, cross, hook, roll, hook. Relax those shoulders in between, especially if you're getting tired. Things start to tense up, so just remind yourself, I'm in control of relaxing my body. I'm in control. Nice deep breath. Relax, and then go again. Jab, cross, hook, roll, hook. That part explosive. Recover, relax, remember you're confident, remember that technique that you've got, keeping it accurate, aiming for that face, 2 to the face, 1 to the ear, roll under, don't get caught, and then throw a final hook. Right, let's do 3 more. Jab, cross, hook, roll, hook, relax, and 2. One final one, jab, cross, hook, roll, hook. And then let's do, we're going to do 10 squats. If you can do jumping squats, do jumping squats. If not, do normal squats. And then we're going to do 10. If you can do jumping jacks where you're bending down and exploding up, do those. If not, star jumps. So let's go with the 10 squats. So either normal squat or jump, land into that jumping squat, depending on your capability. Doesn't matter what anybody else is doing, it's about pushing yourself. And then when you've done the squats, either star jumps or bending in the knees, nice straight back, explode up, land down for 10. They're much harder than star jumps. Quick drink, breath back, because that should have been explosive cardio for everybody. I can feel it. I've yet to perfect the don't get out of breath so you can still talk perfectly. And then we're going to add one final kick before we cool down. Nice deep breath. And then we're going to go jab, cross, hook, roll, hook, which turns our hips round. So then from here, we're going to bring that knee up, and we're going to throw that side kick, and then back down. Again, don't worry about the height. If you end up here, and you just lift that knee, kick out, put it back down, that's fine. That's the motion. The height comes with practice. It's all about getting that technique, starting to learn that body mechanic. So from here, you're starting that twist, and then you carry on twisting those hips around. You bring that knee across the body. You pull those toes back because you're striking with the ball, and then you come back. So sideways on, jab, cross, hook, roll under, hook, turn those hips, bring that knee up, turn your back foot slightly as you do so, kick out sideways, hand up by your chin, and then back down. Again, height, if you get to here, you turn those hips, you bring that knee up and you go down, that's absolutely fine. It all depends on your hips. And this is slightly harder on the hips. I can't go as high with my side kick. Jab, cross, hook, roll under, hook, bring that knee across, side kick, back into your stance and relax. Let's just have a quick look. How's everybody doing? Nice. Definitely works the balance as well. It's a good one. Right, everybody's got it. Let's do, shall we finish on a complicated? Yeah, right, I'm really going to get your brains working now. We're just quickly going to put it all together, everything that we've just done. So, just quickly, jab, cross, roll, cross, roundhouse, back behind, jab, cross, hook, roll, hook, side kick, and back. Let's just see how you get on with that for the last minute or two. Just testing that brain, testing that muscle memory, trying to put it all together. So what we did to begin with, 2 nice straight punches, roll under one way, throw the cross, bring it back to your chin, jab, cross, hook. You're always rolling towards the last punch you threw as well. So you've thrown the hook, you're rolling towards that hook, you're throwing the hook, and then you're throwing a side kick. And I didn't throw the roundhouse, did I? If I can't remember it, how can anybody? Jab, cross, roll, cross, throw that roundhouse, back behind, then jab, cross, hook, roll, hook, side kick, and relax in between. So we're starting to get used to that movement now. We've done it before, just putting it together. Jab, cross, roll, cross, twist on that front foot, roundhouse kick, back behind, jab, cross, hook, roll, hook, bring that front knee up. Doesn't matter if it's low or higher, and relax in between. Let's do one more So really think about those techniques. Nice straight, jab, cross, roll under, another cross, back to your chin, twist, back behind, jab, cross, hook, roll under, hook, lift that knee, side kick, back into your stance and relax. Take a nice deep breath and just think of what you just accomplished. That was like a 10 move combination-ish. Jab, cross, roll, cross, roundhouse. 11, I make that. So, well done everybody. Take a nice couple of deep breaths, grab a quick drink, and we'll stretch out. Bring this over slightly. I hope you all enjoyed that. I like boxing. I'm a kickboxing coach, but I've done a lot of boxing.
That's very good. Very good. That's excellent.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've never actually been a boxing coach, so I always think, oh, I'm not actually that good at coaching boxing.
Well, you
but
could, definitely, yeah.
Right, let's go one leg in, one leg out. Sitting up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back, opening up through the chest. Core engaged. Keep our nice straight back. And then we're going to make sure we rotate round in the shoulders towards the toes, which we're drawing up. And then you can either push gently from behind or reach forwards towards the toes. If it's comfortable, pull them in. If not, just sit in this position, trying to fold from the hips, but trying not to round our back over. If I do that, I can get my head on my knee, but I can't do it straight. And I can only do it on this leg because I've done something to my hamstring on my left leg. Freddie, if you could do a hypnosis on fixing hamstrings, that would be good. And let's switch legs. I'm not sure if that's possible, but this one, I can feel it. So we're sitting up tall, rolling those shoulders back a couple of times. Nice deep breath. Rotating round towards those toes, which we're drawing up, and reaching towards them. Without overdoing it, if you feel any pain, don't force it. You can gently push from behind. And breathe into it. So as you breathe in, feel yourself rise up slightly, and then as you breathe out, picture yourself getting closer. Breathing into it, feel that relaxation going down through your chest, through your abdomen, through your hips, all the way down the back of your leg. And with that relaxation, just increase that stretch gently. Think how good it feels to move your body, to have that capability, that movement. Come up tall again and bring both feet in. Again, you can either keep your arms behind if that's comfortable, or you can bring them in front. You can apply gentle pressure. Try not to round over, trying to get your head down towards your knees. Sit up tall still. You can apply gentle pressure if it's comfortable. If you're super flexible and you can just get your knees down, then you can focus on folding over forwards. But if not, just keep good posture. And again, with that breath, nice deep breath in. And then feel that relaxation, feel that breath as you breathe out. Feel those hips relaxing, those knees lowering towards the floor. Picture it being easy. Picturing that movement. And if you're noticing the improvements, because everybody has improved massively. So we're, what was that? 6th session? So 3 weeks in, and everybody knows what they're doing now. To start off with, they didn't know how to move at all. And everybody looks like a kickboxer now. So it's all coming together really well. And let's just go on our backs. Start being consistent with the practice. And then from here, straighten, don't know if you can see me, your right leg out, And then your left knee's bent. You're going to bring it across your body and you're going to extend your left arm out and look over your fingertips. So opening up through the chest, applying gentle pressure if it's comfortable on that top leg, rotating through the spine. Again, breathing into it, just relaxing. Being proud of what you've just done for yourself, for your body, for your health, and for your happiness. It does make you feel great. Especially if you're having a bad day, come back to the middle, and then you get to make some time for you. Switch off from all the stresses, hug your knees in, have a little rock if it's comfortable on your lower back. Just relax through those shoulders, through the neck, down through the spine, into the lower back. We sit all day, we drive all day, whatever we're doing. Hopefully not all day. Hopefully people are hitting their 10,000 steps or whatever they do. But it's nice to just ease off the tension in that back with the breath. Feeling that relaxation through the body with every breath, relaxing that little bit more. And then we're going to straighten out our left leg. We're going to bring our right leg across to the left, extend our right hand out and look over those fingertips. Again, nice deep breathing, feeling the chest rise, feeling that chest expand and that relaxation all the way down through to the fingertips, through the lower back, through the butt, into the hip, into the leg. All the way down to your toes. If you were just tensing your toes, allow them to relax. And then bring those knees back in. Give them a hug. You're giving yourself a nice big hug. And one more time, let's just do 3 nice deep breaths in this position. Just being thankful that our bodies are capable. Focusing on that relaxation. And noticing how incredible you feel. And that will do us for another kickboxing session done.
That was wonderful.
Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
No, it truly is.
Wonderful in a masochistic sort of way.
That sounds like kickboxing. Yeah.
I dragged myself off the settee to do that, and I've had to find room because we're decorating and there's everything in the wrong place. So squished into it.
It's absolutely excellent.
Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for dragging yourself off the sofa, Susan.
Thank you.
It truly, if you think about who we've got here, I mean, I'm probably I am the oldest here, but
Only just.
everybody's been able to do what you're asking to do, not like you do it, but everyone's been able to do it to an extent, which I thought was excellent. And it's a really nice workout. What is it, like 45 minutes or something? It's excellent. Nick's sweating, I'm sweating.
I'm sweating.
The good thing about it is the thinking about the technique and giving your mind something to focus on.
Yeah.
It takes the attention away from I'm really out of breath and this is really hard work. And you get that adrenaline that actually I want to keep punching, especially when you're physically doing it, you're actually hitting things. You just have this extra ability to push that bit harder. Well, I do anyway.
Amanda's so fit. I can't believe how fit she is. I know she does a lot of Zumba and stuff, but you're only in small, so I haven't seen you on the big screen, but from where I was looking, you seem pretty fit to me, Amanda.
Not bad. What is it, Freddie? 12 weeks since I had my thyroid out, Jessica.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
At least I'm still doing things.
Wow, no, that's incredible.
Yeah. But that was great.
I'm starting a thyroid hypno buddy group, Freddie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in the academy, I posted something. We got talking about thyroids, and I was like, let's create a little hypno circle and combine all the knowledge and see what we can come. Because I've got Hashimoto's, and all the doctors say is there's nothing you can do. You just have to take medication. This is the rest of your life. And I'm like, that's not the answer I want to hear. I'm going to go find another answer.
Well,
So,
what I say about running quantum healing, and I'm actually speaking to one of the students at the moment. I work with her, and now she we finished our kind of time of training together. And she was saying about, I said, I'm always looking for something to talk about on my hypno things. She said something that all women experience at some point is the change.
yeah.
It's not just the menopause. It's all the stuff that goes on around it, lack of libido. It's not even lack of libido, but it's kind of familiarity with your partner. So, all those things that you lose at that age. So it's like a program. But part of that, like you were saying, we've got tools now. We can, without promising people, we can say we can use quantum healing for hormones, get a change at a hormonal level. So I think what you're doing with thyroid, without promising, without saying you're curing or anything else, you've nothing to lose. That's what I say to everybody. It's just words, it's just imagination. But what if?
Yeah, and it's that I have yet to find the cure, but by not allowing the belief that it stops you, that's powerful. So I still have it, I still medicate it, but I didn't allow it to stop me becoming a champion. I took the medication and I went training, and I'm forever grateful there is medication, because before it was medicated, I physically couldn't do it. But it is a belief as well that I have a thyroid, therefore I can't. But actually, what if you can? And it's helping people change that belief.
Jessica, after I had mine out, I just logged onto this little group and they accepted people without a thyroid. I think I told you, Freddie. So I logged on the next day and I was just flicking through, and I thought it would be really supportive, but it was dreadful. It was like competitive poorliness, like who had the lowest T3, the lowest T4, who couldn't get out of bed. It was really, really so negative and so opposite to the kind of world that I've been existing in. And I just like shut it down, because I thought if everybody's there saying I haven't got a thyroid, therefore I'm ill, and labeling themselves as being ill initially before they'd even, there were literally people having their thyroids out and doing selfies saying 6 hours post thyroidectomy, oh, I don't feel very good, or what's going to happen next, rather than thinking I feel all right, then seeing what happens. So, I mean, the power of the mind is just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If anyone in the group to practice on, I'll put my hand up, yeah? Thyroid.
Okay. Well, sorry, what are you saying, Amanda? I missed that bit.
If Jessica needs anyone without a thyroid in her group to practice on, I'll put my hand up.
You're more than welcome to join us. At the moment, I think it's a collaborative discussion on what we can and can't do. Because, going back to what you were saying, Freddie, I had somebody come up through my Facebook. She's a triathlete, but she's going through perimenopause, and she was in a newspaper article that said it could be up to 10 years before she regains the ability to compete again because of the hormonal changes. So instantly I was like, well, that's a belief there. And she wants my help once she can return to training to get her mindset in the right place because of having so much time off. And she's used hypnotherapy to overcome a fear of open waters. And I thought there must be a way to help her return to training sooner than this diagnosis of in 10 years, you may be able to return. I was like, no, I'm not accepting that. I'm going to keep looking.
Where you're at the moment, with your background in sport as well, you could just use that person as research. That's what I've said to this lady I'm working with. I said, we met Tuesday, but the week before when we met, I said, over the week, just think of all the things that the change takes, what takes place. It's there's so many things. And when she spoke to her friends as well, going through the same thing, and the list was massive. But you kind of get it down into categories. Well, we could use parts negotiation for the irrational fear. We could use quantum healing for the hormonal changes. We could use kind of weight loss. So with the tools that we have, and that's what I want to do really, because it's like this coronavirus vaccine. Whoever comes up with it first, you know, it's going to be immense, because if you've got a program that's running, and I don't think it's like a one-off technique. It's a course, it's a program dealing with all of those things that happen during menopause. Well, not even menopause. Yeah. It's more about the change that the people that women go through at that time. Their kids are gone. There's a loss for a lot of people. You know, their kids are teenagers, and there's that, you know, that empty nest syndrome. There's all of those things that happen between like 45, 65, or whatever that time is. You know, and my wife will tell you, and most men are completely ignorant of it, and they stick their head in the sand. They don't want to know. So
are all women younger than that age though, because I've yet to come across someone. So hopefully it's quite a long way off for me. It does happen early, but most people, like this triathlete, she wasn't aware. She just sort of, and she said it in the article. She goes, I just thought, oh, it happens when I get old and all my periods will stop and I can't have children. It's like, no, it's not that actually. A hormonal level and how much it affects everything in your life. But we don't know. We're not told. I've never been told about it.
I spoke to this woman. She said the when your period stops, that's kind of the marking the end of it. It's not the beginning of it. And I always thought it was the other way around. I thought the period stopped and then you went through the menopause, but it's the opposite way around apparently. But you've got all those years of not being understood. You know, and so I just think there's a lot, and you could work with couples on it. There's so much involved in that one thing. And there's 7.5 billion people on this planet. Let's say half of them are female. And every female goes through it at some point. So it's a mass market from a point of view of therapy. If someone can come up with a program, not just doing one thing. Most people say, you know, the hot flushes, can you deal with that? And someone will like try and deal with the hot flushes. But if you look at it, the whole process.
It's even things like what you're doing, but the attitude around the body changing and where the body fat lies, and society's perception of aging and wrinkles. And it's like what you said, if someone can come up with something, I'm in this position where I'm like, and especially with regards to athletes, if you've been an athlete all your life and then you go through that and you're being told that you don't have the bone density anymore, your muscle will decline and you can't do this, and all of these stupid beliefs that, oh, I'm not capable anymore. If I can help people overcome that and not just give up.
Well, I mean, it's ignorance on the part of, well, it's ignorance, because I remember I was in my, I don't know, maybe late 30s, I was a young guy at the gym, maybe starting out as a fitness trainer, maybe 19, 20. And we were doing, and he said, well, you're not going to build muscle, he said, because you're too old and you haven't got the testosterone, you know. So, and this was like at least 30 years ago, and my body, and I've maintained my body all the way through that. So
you can definitely still build muscle.
If I believed it, I might have gone, oh well, fine, but so what, you know, you've got to some extent, you have to listen to the medical people, don't get me wrong, but there is so much we can do with the mind. And where Amanda works, the College of Medicine, which I posted that thing the other day, where Amanda works, they're the people that are looking at both these sides, because they understand, especially the man that's kind of the chair of that, he understands the power of the mind. You know, along with, if we can work together on it, like you say, you know, you're taking medication, but that's not getting you where you want to go. It's your mindset that's keeping you as fit as you are. You know,
I could have gone, oh, poor me, I'm 22 and I can't kickbox anymore. And instead I was like, no, I'm just going to carry on working hard and prove that I can do this. Yeah,
it's a mindset. But I think that's what you can do. Bear in mind, you're 28, you said, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm 28.
You're 28. You know, you've got 40 years before you even get to where I am. So you think of what you could think of, the way you think and the way your beliefs and the skills you're gaining. You know, with psychology and the way we can help people change their minds. Just think what you're going to achieve over these next 40 years. And that only leaves you where I am. And I've got another 30 years of this at least. Who's laughing?
I wasn't married for once.
But, you know, that's what I'm saying. For someone like yourself, I'm not envious, but it makes me smile to think that someone with your passion and your ability and your experience and what you're learning now, you know, you're going to take this to the next level. And you'll have an idea, you'll think in a different way, and you'll go, let's just try this. Let's say you, with working with this little group, thyroid group, you come up with something that actually works. That's going to change millions of people's lives. And I do believe those things are out there to be found yet.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always thinking, and that's you know, I'm always developing new ways of changing. It might just be, someone said to me about this thing about, you know, make the understanding of when did I make that decision about what I could or couldn't do. Someone said, well, you know, that's a book. And I said, no, it's a paragraph. It's an understanding. You don't need a book to say to somebody from today, just ask yourself this question: when did I make that decision? How old was I? Where was I? Who was I with? Was it even my decision? And if it's not, delete it. You know, I honestly believe that's a life-changing understanding. But it's not a book. You know, but if people get hold of that, they can change their life. And that's what I'm saying. You're going to have ideas, your mind's open. And when you're feeling fit as well, your mind's wide open. And there'll be a time, like for me, it's hard to contain the stuff that comes into my head.
Yeah, me too.
I'm writing 3 books. I'm doing. I have an idea. I think we're at the last college thing that we did. I did it on weight loss, and I just put it out there. We're 8 weeks from Christmas. If anyone wants to get on board with me, I've got a goal, and 17 people emailed me. And I just thought, well, I'm not going to be. How can I keep in contact with emails? So I thought I set up this little group.
Yeah.
And you know, we've got 300 people on it. Oh, it's like 300 people marching towards Christmas, trying to get their bodies right and their mind right. But
Freddie, there's spin-offs as well that you probably don't even know about. Like, so on the first week when you put us in rooms, I've got a buddy now from your academy who we message each other every day. She asked me how many steps I've done, what I've had for my lunch, and it's a really good, like, supportive network. So there's all sorts of other spin-offs with what you've done aside from all the great people that are doing the teaching. So it's just brilliant.
I think the biggest thing is what, you know, Jessica was saying. I think it was day 4 when we did that thing about appreciating our body, and that came from Jess. You know, in the warm down, she said, let's spend a bit of time, like she did today, you know, appreciating your body. What did you say? Feeling proud? Not proud. It was being, what was it?
Something along the lines of appreciate how incredible your body is.
Yeah.
Because we're too quick to compare ourselves to where we're not, but actually think about where you are now and what you're doing.
You know, once you get past that, well, I'm not as thin as this person, or I'm not as muscular as that person. Once you get past that and start to look at your own body, and that's what that day 4 was about. And people have commented on it, you know, that particular hypnosis, because it was about appreciating that your feet, how many thousands of miles have they carried you? Our hands, just think about our hands. Just think about the simple things that we take for granted. But once we get past that, then it's not even about the weight. It's about how good can I feel. And if I'm overweight and that's holding me back, then it's a side thing rather than all my focus on losing weight. Let's get our heads right, let's get our minds right, and then the rest of it will follow, because we want to look after ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, then we're not. We don't care. But if we, and it's a hard thing for us in England to say, well, I love myself, or I'm going to love myself, I'm going to be kinder to myself. But why would we not? So anyway, I think there's a lot more going on in this over these 8 weeks that I never expected to happen. But I think that's what people are appreciating. And it's so good. I mean, I don't know if we're going to end at 8 weeks. I don't think it's going to happen somehow.
I was going to ask you that. I was going to say, what's going to happen?
It'll be our summer goal next, you know, and then we'll work together for 6 months. But I just, I think all the time people want to do it, and all the time people are contributing. You know, we've got people doing the meals. We're going to do that book. I can't wait for that to happen. No, it's going to be.
We need to discuss that. I almost messaged you this afternoon, and I thought, oh no, he'll be too busy, so I didn't.
No, you can always text me, and if I am, I am. If I'm not, but to be honest with you, most times it's playing my guitar. People think I'm madly busy. I'm not.
You say that, and I find that very hard to believe, because you do so much. Like you said, you have all of these ideas.
None of it pays what I do. I love it, you know, and it's so. My attitude is, and like I said to the group the other week, I know you talking to you, but when we're talking about the business side of it, instead of thinking how much money can I earn, let's think how many people can I help. If you think that over the next 40 years, how many people can I help? how many lives can I help people change? You might just write one thing, Jess. You might just write your cookery book. You might write your story, you know, from illness to champion. I don't know what the book is called, but there's a title, and you can say, okay, this is how I overcame this illness that I've got to become a champion. That's the book that everyone wants to read. And now you've got the mind bit in it as well. So you can talk about mindset. You can talk how you can change that. That is a best-selling book, honestly, Jessica. But, you know, and that book, it's like my book. You know, I put off writing it because who wants to read it? But once you get past that, once you write it for yourself.
No, I really want to do that, the overcoming Hashimoto's, because the books that I've read, they've all been very much like very limiting, there aren't really, so I need to do the research. I need to speak to the people, get the right balance of medical and mind, which is why the College of Medicine is perfect. And I'm so glad to have connected with Amanda, because like, of course, this whole hypno circle, and I want to speak to people who have experiences with it. I want to actually gather the data and find out what we can do collectively to give the best resource to people who think there's no hope, and say, actually, there is hope. Look at all of these people. Look at what so it's not just going, I became a champion. It's actually collectively hundreds, thousands, blah, blah, blah people have managed to, even if it's not overcome it as such, but overcome the limitations that are with it.
Yeah, but I think, as I said, there's a book, you're going to write a book, you know, and like I was saying about my book, when I wrote it, I thought, well, you know, he wants to write, and you get past that, I thought I'm going to enjoy it as a project, and I did. And then, you know, when I first went to HCL, which is Hypno Thoughts Live in Las Vegas, to do a presentation, I'm walking down the concourse, and a guy came up to me and he said, "You're Freddie Jackman?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "I bought your book." He said, "My mum's been in pain for 20 years. I said, I learnt the arrow out of your book and ran it with her, and she's out of pain. This is someone I would never have met on the other side of the planet. I'm coming up to 7,000 audio books sold. I think I'm about 25 sales off 7,000. So that's 7,000 people that have got my audio book that are running these techniques around the world. And so it'll be the same for you, Jess, and you're only 28. So there's so many things that you can do yet. And because you're like you are, and I'll tell you what is really good about you, and what I know is that you never say you know. When you
I don't know. I do know that I will speak on stages globally. That's the thing that I know.
What I'm saying is, you know, if you hear me speak, every now and again I go, and you know, and Anthony does it a lot, and you know, and I'm aware of it. But what I'm aware of with you is you never do that. I've listened to you speaking to Laurie Hammond. Not once did you use that. It's kind of an art to not say it, but you don't, and it's just great. And not only have you noticed that when Jessica's speaking, but most of us say, you know, you just throw it in to kind of fill that gap. That's not something you do, and it's outstanding. I tell you, that's outstanding when it comes to being as a speaker.
I didn't know that.
No, you don't have to know. No, you don't have to know it.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
You don't either.
Yeah.
I work on that. I do. I have actively been working on my speaking. So the going live consistently, the speaking to speaking coaches, listening to storytellers, listening to hypnotists. I listen, I pay attention, I learn, I practice, because it's that you don't become a champion without the thousands and thousands of hours to get there. To pull it all together, that person on that stage globally who I will become, I'm not yet, but I'm working to get there. That involves not erming. And that involved, I didn't know what Freddie just said about that I know. I hadn't registered that. But in my mind, I'm very much aware of everything that I don't know. So it does make sense.
Yeah, I mean, but as I said, you can speak, and you know that's a great.
You just did it.
You just do it. You know that is something you do not do, and that's what I noticed, and it's exceptional. So, you will be speaking globally. You will be doing that thing. You will have a book out, and you are going to change thousands of lives. I have no doubt. You know, and you're only 28. So, you know, I'll go again. I'm doing it. So, anyway, it was great tonight.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
And I'll see you.
Right, thank you.
I'm on at 9. Tonight is about developing a thick hypno skin, so negativity and negative energy doesn't affect you. It's thought I had when I was having a cup of tea earlier.
Freddie, I would actually appreciate talking to you with for some advice when you're free.
Just book a Zoom. Well, let's just tell me when you're free. We'll book an out Zoom. You know, I don't want anything from you, but just book a time. We can just sit down together. You can tell me where you're going, see if any way I can help you. And if I can, I'm going to do it, Jess.
Yeah, because I've been speaking to Laurie, and because she came up with an idea, and so I was like, I need to speak to Freddie about that. So I need to speak to you about it.
Well, we'll book it. And tell me a time when you're free. Just message
I'll
me.
send you a message. Yeah, thank you.
And then we just do it. And I'll send you the link, and then we'll meet up. All right.
Thank you.
Freddie, can you put your class tomorrow in the group, please, so that you can, if anyone wants to go to the college class tomorrow at 4, please.
I'll put it in the group. I'll put it as an event tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Jessica.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye for now.